Hey, if anybody out there wants to see me freeze in minus 14-degree weather trying to find some gold, hit that subscribe button because it's on its way. Hello and welcome back to the Flourgoldwizards channel. Me and Rigby, we're on our way mining. We just thought we'd take a little look at the temperature before we get there. Let's take a look here. Minus 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect. Let's go get some gold. Well, we made it out to our location. On the plus side, it did warm up a little bit. It's only negative 11 degrees right now. What do you think of that, Rigby? He likes it cold too. But I just got the craving for a picker. It's been so darn long since I got a gold picker. I don't even know what to think about it. I mean, I've been to this exact spot before and got numerous pickers before. And then all of a sudden I'm on a dry spell and I move so much darn material. And then Shane Klesch comes down here and he gets a darn picker. Well, today's my day, I hope. Let me show you around a little bit and show you what we're looking for. Well, basically we're looking for open water. And there's a little bit right there. Let me get over here, walk on this stuff here. It's not quite open, but it's only a couple inches thick, it looks like. I'll be able to bust some of this area up and out of here. But right over here, I can see there's actually liquid water right there. All the flow in this whole darn creek here is going right there, keeping this area open a little bit. Now the area I want to work is right behind this boulder here. I did a couple of videos from here and I dug a bunch of this stuff out of here and I got that boulder out and we got some absolutely fantastic gold in here. And the water, after I dug it all out, was quite deep, so I'm hoping that there's still open water underneath the ice right in that area right there, and we can get some material. I didn't bring a sluice or anything. I didn't figure there was any way that I could set it up properly. There you go, buddy. So we're gonna do some classifying and speed panning. Fill up a bucket and get the heck out of here. It's just a little chilly. All right, let's get moving. Ooh, look at that water. Nice. Ta-da! There's my old hole right down in there. Wide open as could be. And this stuff here is not frozen one bit. Look at that. This is going to be a piece of cake. We are in business. So I'm going to get my classifier going here. We're going to pan out some great big huge fat pans all at once. And try to make the best of this cold wave. Sun's just coming up. It might warm up a little bit today, I hope. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get to work. We are grinding. I got a big old pan of classified material right here. That's probably, I think my classifier goes down to about 3/8 or 3/16 rather. So it makes panning quite a bit easier. And we're gonna go ahead and pan one of these babies out. Let's see if there's still good gold in this hole right here. And if there is, well, we're gonna stay here. Whether there is or isn't, I guess there isn't a whole lot of other options. It is so darn cold. I got to keep everything under the water here. I got my classifier and my pail under the water. I might have to throw my shovel under there too, because it is all just ice covered. Instantly this pan is going to be ruined. I'm going to have to see if I got a lighter in my backpack. Get a little fire going just to thaw some of this stuff out. Yeah, if you're panning classified material, it makes life so much easier. And we're down to our ironstone right now. That's about as far down as I'll take that. And we'll go ahead and pull that back. Nice little live pan. And I do see a number of pieces of gold up in there. Absolutely. I would say there's probably a dozen I can see right there. And they're going to freeze to my pan quickly. So I'm going to get them in my container. Get this back under the water. Get them in my container. And off we go. Look at this guy. Oh, my hand's sticking to his dang metal collar here. Sorry, buddy. All right, back at it. Well, slight change of plans. I forgot a container. I always forget something. What the heck? So I'm classifying into my pan and panning it down as far as I want. Then I'm dumping that all into my pail. I can't even use my darn pail anymore. He's over here laughing at me. I tell you. Oh, well, it's still fun. And it's starting to warm up out here. The sun's up a little bit higher. Maybe you can see that. So it's turning out to be a really nice day. I'm going to get back at it. Well, we're still grinding away. I got a pretty good amount of concentrates in there for just panning. You'd actually be surprised how much material you can move just panning. On another note, my shovel handle is solid ice. I can't even hold it anymore. I'm gonna have to find something to scrape all this ice off of there. See that? That's just solid ice all the way up to the darn top. Son of a gun. Well, let me see if I got something in my backpack. I gotta do some scraping. These babies are getting a little chilly. Back in a bit. I'm gonna give my camera holder here a try. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that, comes right off. I can feel the wood on there. Get some of that scraped off there. Heck yeah, we're in business. Give me about 5 minutes of that, and we'll be back to rolling. He's shivering a little bit, so I'm going to try to make it quick here. We might have to move over by the truck somewhere. Let him sit in there for a little while. All right. We're going to get the heck out of here. Rigby's over here shivering like crazy. I can't even keep up to the ice. My pants froze up solid. I spend more time scraping ice off my darn shovel than I do anything else here. But I'll show you the material we got moved, and I'll show you what we got in our pail. It's pretty darn good for the amount of time we've been here. And I've been seeing some pretty darn good gold too. There's a pretty nice little pile of tailings right here. I'm getting some nice big rocks out of there and a lot of rough stuff too. There's really good gold in there. I saw a number of wiry looking pieces in there. I did do a few spot checks. Here's my pan. God darn it. I might have a lighter or something in the truck. I used to have one. I don't know where the heck it went. We got a pretty good hole going here. As long as you keep some of your stuff underwater, it's not all that bad. I mean, the bottom's still open. So we're going to go get the truck started up and warm him up and go to another spot. Back in a bit. Well, I was wrong. We came back to the truck here to warm up. It actually got colder. Now it's minus 14 degrees. Sorry about that, buddy. Let's go find somewhere else to work by the truck. Well, it's just not budging. Minus 14. But I did find a spot real close to the truck. I'm sitting right on the road here. I'm gonna go down there and give it a try. I see some open water. I can see Rigby sitting in here staying warm. All I gotta do is thaw out my pan a little bit. I'm gonna get down there and get to it. Back in a bit. All right, we made it down to the water. Banks are a little bit steep here, not too bad, but they're full of snow. Look at Rigby up there in the truck. Oh, he's up there staying warm. So we're gonna give her a shot right here. There's plenty of open water, and there's lots of really nice looking cobbles down in this stuff here. Let me grab one of them. Oh yeah, and there's really nice looking gravel mixed in with this stuff too. Absolutely. So we're gonna take a couple of test pans before I really get to motor in here. And we got all day now. Rigby's up there nice and warm. So let's take a test pan, see what's in it. Well, here's my first pan right here. My first test pan. Now, I didn't see any gold in it, but I did see this bad boy right here. Look at that big old garnet right there. That's always been a good sign in my book. Look at how rosy red that is. That is really nice. I'm gonna put that in my snuffer. Actually, I'll just throw it right in my bucket. But like I said, there was no gold in this stuff. At least not yet. That's only the first 8 inches or so. So I'll rinse that off, get it back underneath the water. Get that on there. And we'll keep searching. Started down in there, nothing. Worked my way up into here. A couple of small pieces. After a couple of pans. I thought I'd come up here and I'd try up closer to the bank a little bit. So I had to remove a lot of this ice right here. And I finally found a piece that's not absolute fly poop right there. I mean, there's a couple of really, really small ones in there, but compared, that's a little bit bigger one. So I think once you get down through, I'll show you this material here. It's this right here. Once you get down through a layer of this stuff right here, it's just like real light wash sand. See that? Maybe just a touch of clay in it, but there's no gold in that stuff. I did a number of pans off the top in there, and I didn't get any gold, but I could feel rocks down at the tip of my shovel. So I started clearing off some of that debris, and I got down to these rocks right here. That's off out of my classifier here, sitting on ice. And I think the gold is going to be down in those gravels underneath all this muck. Looks like we're on a real long inside bend. The creek's coming down and around. And you can tell that by the amount of silt on this side versus that side. You go over there and you see all real nice big gravels and cobbles. And it's kind of odd that I didn't find any gold down in there, but it might be a matter of being so close to the road, it's been worked. Who knows? But I did find gold right there. So I'm going to spend an hour or so digging right here and see what we get. Back in a bit. That was definitely the key. I'm down below all that muck now, and I'm getting down into some really nice gravels, really nice smaller gravels mixed with a few bigger ones. And this pan here has probably 10 pieces in it. I haven't found any pickers in this stuff yet, but who knows? There might be a bunch of pickers in that pail from our last spot. I didn't check 95% of that stuff. So I'm still gonna spend another hour here because we're getting decent gold. Then we're gonna get the heck out of here and get back to the nice warm shop. All right, we're done doing that. My back is killing me. But before I left, I wanted to check out this big culvert I'm standing next to here. So I broke a trail through all this ice, and I'm kind of pushing it off and down. There's a little bit of current in there, and we'll get rid of a lot of that stuff there. And I want to take a look at some of the connections in here. I don't want to slip and fall. All right, I'm in here. I don't see any material on top of the concrete in here. As a matter of fact, I can feel right down in there. There's no material on top of this, but it might be worth a check right where these gaps are that go down here. And I can feel, oh yeah, there's all kinds of material in there. That's just like a crevice right there. Oh, I wish I would have brought my darn suction dredge. I'm coming back here sometime, 100%. I'm gonna check that out. Here's another one right here. You can see the gravel's down in there. Look at that stuff. Oh yeah, it's all heavy ironstone too. That is gonna be something to see right there. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and then there's another culvert right next door over here. I will definitely 100% be bringing my suction tube back here. Oh, that's gonna be fun. And there's the other one right over there. All right, I'm gonna get up to the truck. We're gonna boot scoot out of here. I need a cold one, back in a bit. Well, we're on our way out of here. Rigby's nice, toasty, warm. Let's check the temperature. It's still negative 14 degrees. We gotta be crazy. And we're back. Now I've been back long enough to have a couple of cocktails out of the old fridge of wonder here. There she be. Well, let's take a little look in there one time. She's full. That's right. Now I've got all my material right here. I had to unthaw it, or thawed out. It was frozen solid. So I got a pan and tub set up here, and I've got a number of pans. I'll set up the camera and we'll get busy. I'll turn that stuff into bigs and smalls, and then we're gonna pan it alls. Back in a bit. All right, take this stuff right here. You can see, there it is right there. I'll dump it in a pan I got floating in my water here. And I got my little, oh, that's heavy. That's a lot of stuff in there. I got my squirt jar here. I'm gonna squirt that right on out of there if I can. There we go. That's a good pile of stuff. And then give her another little squish. There. And a little bit in there yet. Come on, get squirting. There, looks pretty good. Here's our material. That is heavy. All right, let's take a little up close look at it. All right, I've got my kitchen type strainer device right here. What I'm gonna do is, what am I gonna do? Tell you what, I'll put that pan right in there in a little bit of water, and I'll spoon some of this stuff in my kitchen type strainer device. That turned black mighty quickly. And we'll turn it into bigs and smalls. Just like that. Give her a little shake. There we are. I'll put all the bigs right in there. Look at how dark that is. That's all ironstone and etc. I know there's lots of great looking garnets in there. Hopefully a couple of pickers. Even one would be fine. So let me run through a bunch of this stuff here. And we'll do some panning. All right, let's get this party started. Now I'm not going to pan it all down at once here. I'll pan all the small stuff down in smaller batches. I'll give you a little look at the material here once I get that blonde sand off of there, just to show you. This stuff is absolutely jet black and packed with black sand. Hope you can see that. That stuff is heavy. Heavy. So we'll pan one down, see if there's anything in it, and then I'll pan a bunch of this stuff off camera, and we'll take a look at it. Well, we've got all the littles panned out right here, and here's the gold. That is not too darn bad for just doing some panning in minus 14 degree weather. I mean, we did do quite a few pans. It was a little tough. There's a couple of maybe a little bit bigger ones in there. I definitely can't feel any of them. But there's probably a couple hundred pieces in there for sure. And we still have all the bigs to go through right here. Let me grab another pan, and we'll root around in that stuff, try to get those big garnets out of there, and some gold. All right, I've got another XP pan here. Here's the bigs. Look how black, that's all heavy ironstone and etc. Plenty of stuff in here. Please be a picker in there. I'll just do one at a time. Let me grab that pan. Then we'll see if we can't find something in here. Hopefully the glare's not too darn bad. Ooh, where are them great big huge garnets I was finding? Those were some really rosy red ones. And I don't see any gold off the get-go here. So now I'm going to focus on the garnets. And I don't think I see any garnets in this one whatsoever. Or gold. Oh well, let's get another one in there. Well, there's my bounty for the day. There was nothing in the bigs, but we did get some really nice looking garnets. Get them up close and personal. Some dandies in my opinion. And there's our small gold for the day. It was cold, but I'm happy with what we got. Well, we didn't get any darn pickers today again, but hey, we still had a chance. You don't have any chance sitting on the couch. We got out, we went out and did it. Rigby got a little chilly and he had to sit in the truck there at the end of the day, but we still had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming along. We did find some gold and some pretty cool looking garnets, so it's a win in my book all day long. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. It helps build our channel. Check out my Patreon page in the description box below. Flourgoldwizards out.